What's going on, people? This is an episode of Shakedown. It's a surprise episode, I might add. And you didn't think this one was going to come, did you? Um, Today is Stephen Lawrence Day, and I'm going to talk about all about that. Plus, I'm going to be talking about racism in general in this country. We're going to talk about whether this incident that happened with Stephen Lawrence, I'm going to talk you through the story and whether or not that's changed everything for the better. So sit back, relax, enjoy this surprise episode of Shakedown, and leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, let me take you back a bit. So Stephen Lawrence and his friend Dwayne Brooks was trying to make their way home, and they was trying to get the bus home. Five white men, literally stormed. It says literally stormed to him, and they managed to beat him up. Now this happened in southeast London. Dwayne Brooks was the only person who actually saw what happened, and he called the police. He got to the hospital, but he died not long after he got to the hospital. Now his parents were in a state of shock because they was trying to make sense of all of what was going on, and then the media got wind of the story and it just blew up from there. It's been 26 years to this day that he has been killed, and I was only young back then. I was what, 5, 6, 7, but as I grew older and I learned about what was going on, I had a sense of sadness, and there was anger, and then there was disappointment. But happily, what I can say is that two of the men who killed Stephen Lawrence is now in prison. The rest have managed to evade jail. Even I know I can't even still understand why that's happened. But so continue on to his parents. His parents have fought so hard for Stephen's name. It's not just to be remembered, but it's also to try to get communities to try and, you know, bridge the gap, come together, and try and end racism once and for all in this country. But I don't think that it's. I don't think this is. I don't think that this is over. And the reason why I say that is I don't think it's because it's over. It's because even though that there are charities set up by Stephen's mom, Baroness Doreen Lawrence, even though that there is that she talks to a load of young people, the fact of the matter is racism's still alive in this country. And I'm going to talk to you through now as to why I feel that racism won't end in this country. Okay, so why do I believe that racism won't end in this country? Well, from what I've seen over the last few weeks or so, I've seen it happen in football stadiums, for example. I've seen it in on the streets still, and I've seen it. I've seen it in the streets. I've seen it in football stadiums. I've seen it in the workplace, and it doesn't appear to, like, you know, get past this. Well, like, you think that we're all past this, but how many times do I have to kind of keep on having to talk about this issue? Because, you know, the people that came before us I'm talking about people like Martin Luther King. I'm talking about people like Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Marcus Garvey. I'm talking about all those people that just paved the way for people like me and others to be here. I would love to be able to ask those people, was it all worth it? Because, you know, yet we're still suffering. Yet we're still having to feel that we're not as equal to other races and cultures and other backgrounds. I don't get it. Stephen Lawrence has died aged 18, and for his family, this is another guy that I can see, looking at the pictures and how they're talking about him, he could have been so much more. This is a guy that probably could have owned a business, could have had a family. This is a guy who could have actually lived his best life, but he was cut short at 18 years old. And it makes me angry because we as a society hasn't even evolved from all of this stuff. You go to a certain area, people don't like it because you're not of that culture, you're not of that community. I'm from Handsworth. You know, Handsworth's changed for me. Even though I used to be able to go down to the street, I used to be able to walk tall on the street. I used to be able to say hello to a lot of people. You know, we all knew each other. Now, wherever you go now, people are very skeptical to even, you know, say hello to you, to even ask for directions or anything else like that. So I just feel that there is a lot that needs to be done, a lot that does need to change. For me, from where I'm standing, it's not going to work. It really isn't going to work. And there's only so much that, you know, people can do to try and end this problem. But what I can say about Stephen Lawrence is just that that this is a guy, even though he died on this day 26 years ago, you know, it's one of inspiration. You know, I have to respect his parents because they have gone through so much to fight for his name, you know, to get the support, that level of support from the public. I know that people kind of understand that there is a problem going on, but we do need to do something a bit more to actually tackle this problem. You know, we have to kind of understand that, you know, this is a multicultural society in Britain, you know. Okay, look, as a black man, you know, as a black British man, I want to do my best to represent my race, represent my family, represent where I come from. I'm quite proud of the fact that I'm a black man who is ambitious enough to want to be able to achieve things in life. I've been brave enough to come on here to talk to you. This is one of the other reasons why I've started why I started Shakedown, is because I want to get my voice heard. I want to be able to talk to people about things, even if it's just about me and other things around me. I want to be able to do it. You know, I want the stereotyping to stop. Come on, I honestly do want it to stop, but there are people out there who don't agree. Who don't agree to, you know, what I'm doing, what everybody else is doing, you know, and it's not fair. It's not fair. People are still out of touch. People are still causing a bunch of problems when they don't need to have these sort of problems. You got people that's trying to do well, and yet still you got people that's hating on them for it. I still don't get it. This is one of the things why I believe that racism won't end, which bugs me, because I really do believe, I thought that we're all past that, but in 2019, no. Okay, so I don't believe racism will end because it will still keep going. It's still there. It's still there, and it hurts that it's still there. But I'm always a man of optimism. So I don't know whether or not it will end. All I can be is just the positive person that I can be to represent my community, represent where I come from. And I've never forgotten that from day one, never. And it's important that I do that. It's important that I carry on to actually do what I need to do to be an upstanding citizen, but an upstanding black man, you know. I still treat every individual that I come across with kindness, with respect, with understanding. I'm best friends with an Asian. Let's put that into context, right? If I can actually take notice of trying to, you know, understand a culture, so can everybody else, you know. But to this day, yes, it's good to remember Stephen Lawrence. It's good to remember the fact that this was a good man. It's the fact that because of him, you know, maybe we have to take a good look hard at ourselves as a society. You know, 26 years on, knowing that it's still there, knowing that things still need to be ironed out and things could be solved. I don't know if we'll ever get there. That's my belief. But I want to hope that we can do it. I hope that we can. Anyways, this has been episode 46 of Shakedown. As usual, you can leave it in the comments below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I've said. You can follow us on Facebook and you can follow us on Instagram as well. In the meantime, my name is Theo. Stay fresh, stay cool, enjoy your bank holiday, and I'm out. Peace.